this another video here. Now this is coming on a day, right, when the main thing in the news is the India-EU trade deal. Right? Now this is the main thing on the day's news type of thing, right? And this Modi, little gesturing in victory, it looks like to me, right? Because of this mother of all deals, right? So what the hell all this is about? Obviously we're not at the Kurd in that stuff more than anything else, right? So this looks like a bad day for Europe, I would say, with this. After two decades of on-off negotiation, what the hell, you know, paved the way for India to open up its vast and guarded market. How many more Indians is going to flood into Europe as a result of this, right? I mean, yeah. Right, now on this same day, you've got this non-news story, right? A man shot dead by federal agents in the US, Alex Pritty. Right? Now Pritty's basically an Indian type of name, right? So this character here, right? He either looks Indian or Jewish, you know, one of the two, like probably a bit of both, you know. And look who's reading the story, of course, another Indian. Inciting insurrection, Indian resurrection or something, you know. So, you know, and this is basically about how. The story is basically about how nasty US ICE agents or something, nasty immigration agents have shot dead this really lovely Indian man, right? So, and there's going to be more like further stuff brought out about this, saying it was a mistake, he was actually not an immigrant and all this type idea, right? But you can see this is basically as a direct result, right, of a distraction to deal with that Indian trade deal with the EU, because obviously US is putting up some type of you know, like an defensive position against India taking out its markets or some crap like that, right? So obviously they're demonising that type of idea, right? And saying that, you know, you should basically open up your markets to India because so this is a complete you know, fake story to give sympathy for the devil, you know. Again, the age is 37, 777 code, right? But it's a complete sympathy for the devil idea, right? Nasty immigration agents shouldn't be, you know, doing their job. They should be allowing Indians to walk in and take over the land. You know, that's basically the message from this. You know. 777 code. And Alex, you know, Alex is like, you know, the same as Clockwork Orange, Alex. Something to do with Alexander the Great, possibly, right? It was famously, historically, was supposed to have conquered India and all this, right? So it's obviously the Indian idea is to conquer the West, right? Nasty immigration agents standing in their way, you know. As you see here, the India and the European Union have agreed on this huge trade deal, which is creating a free trade zone of 2 billion people. Now, I don't really like the sound of that, you know. What does that mean in reality, right? 2 billion Indians coming in, like, that's what it sounds like to me. The mother of all trade deals, I mean, very ominous type of thing, like, you know. Great opportunities for Indians and people of the EU. Well, I can see how it would benefit all the Indians, like, but not the other way, you know. basically have no pretty Patel, right? Game, which is basically again against, you know, obviously British Constitution. And you have the Minneapolis shooting, FBI Director Kash Patel, which is this one, I think, defends border patrol after Alex Prickly was shot dead. So basically, again, this is mixing up and confusing where you've got an Indian defending the border patrol and the immigration agents, over basically the killing of another Indian. Right? But the main thing is like it's all Indian type aspects. This come the day after, right? When they've put another one of Indian origin, right? Sue Ellen Cassiana Braverman. And this one has joined the Reforms Party. And obviously a lot of people was pinning their hopes on this Reforms Party in Britain to sort out the immigration problem and all the rest, right? And as you see, Braverman were called to the Bob Middle Temple, right? So again, like the last video I'd done about the Knights Templars, etc., right? This is all part of the same game, right? They're playing this game. There's no hope of any of these political parties sending back any immigrants, or, you know, it's basically a reform to the British Constitution to give Indians and that type of peoples rights in the British land, which, you know, as I've mentioned before, currently under British constitutional bill and all that, they don't have any rights. You know, it's a con. You know, it's a con. You know, you've got DMs and politicians and all this of Indian origins. It's just like, you know, at this moment they've got no rights. You know, so it's basically affecting a fraud in front of your face. But if they can actually get in and change all the bills around and all that, sweep the old bills under the rug, you know, then you'll see just a proper takeover, you know. Indians, Pakistanis, Muslims, Hindus, Sikhs, whatever, you know, they will be the power in Britain, you know, which is disgrace, like, you know what I mean? You see, currently the British Indian population exceeds 2 million people. It exceeds it by a great deal, I would say, right? That's what they're sort of running up to. It's got to be a hell of a lot more than that, right? With a potential of 2 billion coming in, you know, crazy. But this is an interesting little story here, right? This is amongst the first Indians at Charles United Kingdom was a young boy called Peter Pope. That's basically like the Pope idea, you know, the Pope of Rome, right? So this, you know, the Pope of Rome, the Catholic Pope, is very instrumental in this, what's going on, you know, Indians coming over. So again, you're talking about a Catholic idea, is something to do with a foreign church, you know, like an Eastern church, within obviously Western countries. With 23 million Catholics in India, quite a few, like, and when you have Catholic schools over in the Western nations, if you've noticed, they're full of Indians. You know, like almost a totality. You know, they're basically full of Indians, really. So again, you know, you're talking about all these Catholic sort of establishments in the West, again, going to be used for, you know, this multicultural, you know, multicultural takeover that's happening. Right? More than 34 million people. And there's the 6 again. funny, the Basilica of St. Mary in Minneapolis, where that character was supposed to have been shot. Read. So it seemed like an Indian connection, definitely, to Catholicism. Mary, of course, is on the European Union, read. See this strange thing where Mary of Eu was supposed to be a Countess of Eu in France. See that representing the woman of the apocalypse in Revelation 12:1. So, when they're going on about the mother of all trade deals, read, is the demon Mary. We see how the term Baphomet Maria refers to a mosque. So again, our Islamic brothers are not left out of it. Baphomet Maria